So in the past, I've labeled myself as being a fan of the popular game series Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a popular indie game franchise created by the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Cawthon.
Sad? Yes, I'm well aware. I even made an entire video going over the entire series, and I might remake that video in a few months. I like the idea, and I'd love to expand on it. I even own these plushies. And these. And this. I don't want to talk about this. And this figure. I actually quite like this. And while my interest in the series has dwindled since I was a 10-year-old, looking back at it, I can see why I liked it so much. And it's not like I haven't stayed up to date with what goes on in the series. Guys, I'm not depressed, I swear. But over the last few years, the series hasn't been as huge as it was before. The last big thing to be released for the series is the game's security breach. An okay game brought down by rushed development, which caused the game to be nearly broken at release. Over the last year, they have released many patches for the game, which in my opinion nearly fixes it, but also in my opinion too little too late. We did get a Switch port of the game. I might buy it just to see how broken it is. But other than that, we've gotten very little out of FNAF in the last few years. Although I have neglected to mention that a few months after Security Breach was released, we got a DLC announcement called Ruin. We only got a simple teaser image then, but we recently got a gameplay trailer, which gives me very high hopes for the DLC. It looks like it'll have a bunch of new gameplay additions, which will separate it from the base Security Breach, but as well as making the game actually look a little bit scary. Horror franchise my ass. This one just turns me on. But who the hell cares about Security Breach? We just got a Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer. So back about a month ago, we finally got a release date for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. A movie which was announced almost 8 years ago. Now personally, I don't have the highest hopes for this movie. While the story is what keeps players coming back to the games, it's also too messy to make it into a full film. So they either make the plot make sense by changing a ton of things, making a better yet less faithful movie, or they could make the movie super accurate, aka a mess, and making a worse yet pretty faithful movie. It's kind of an uphill battle from both sides, especially if they make the movie PG-13. Don't do that, this is a bad idea. Stop. Many people are saying they don't care if the movie is actually good or not, because it's so cool to see an indie franchise become an actual movie franchise. Go f*** yourselves. We can't lower our expectations for movies just because it's a miracle we got them in the first place. If it's a miracle you were able to make a movie about something, then make it good so more movies like that can be made in the future. But anyway, on to my teaser reaction. It's 45 seconds long. How did this guy get nearly 30 minutes analyzing it? It's a 45-second long teaser. Oh, I see now. He doesn't shut up.
Look at this! Look at it! Look at it!
Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the Coil Reacts, the show that I totally make. Today we'll be reacting to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie official teaser. Oh my God!
There's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys.
Wait, I can't do this.
It means you've been selected as
Me?
the newest security guard.
I'm Freddy and the Fazbear right now.
Hello?
We're going to have so much fun together.
Oh my God! Okay, that's what the hell? Why is their eyes white? A Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Was the teaser good? Yeah. Will the movie be good? I don't know. Stop asking that question. People are acting like this teaser makes or breaks the movie. It's a teaser. It's supposed to give you a glimpse of the movie, not show you what the movie is. However, if this movie flops, I think I would be the perfect director to bring on for a reboot 14 years later. The first thing I would do is get rid of all the other animatronics. It's named after Freddy, so who cares about the rest? The next thing I would do is get rid of the whole survive the night idea. Instead, I would give it a wartime theme. Freddy Fazbear is the ultimate weapon, well, ever. And he is owned by the United States, because we all know we need more pro-American propaganda in our movies. And have him fight like a country that America has problems with. Say Russia. And Freddy Fazbear uses this Phaser Blaster to Phaser Blast all the commie libs, bruh. Blumhouse. Trust me on this one. I planned on making this video about a week ago, but hours before I planned on recording it, the PlayStation Showcase happened where...
So strap yourself in and get motivated to an appropriate degree. Cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay, screw you guys. Now I have to go rewrite the script at a camp. I look so cool. I've said previously, Help Wanted is my personal favorite FNAF game, so to get a sequel, probably with the games that didn't get a VR remake, which in my opinion would best suit a VR remake, is awesome. I assume we'll get FNAF 4 here, which in my opinion is the actual most scary FNAF game with the breathing mechanics and stuff. So I think putting it in VR would make the game, like, actually horrifying. For those asking, yes, the Night Terrors game mode does have the FNAF 4 gameplay inside of it. However, seeing a reimagined version of the 4th game inside of VR would be really cool. In the teaser itself, we see a Ballora jump scare, which probably hints at a sister location
remake as well. I don't think Sister Location has very fun gameplay. A lot of it feels like just holding forward on your keyboard and clicking things. The other ones are simple as well, but like they have strategy in it. Sister Location really does not. However, I do think the game's atmosphere is one of the scariest in the whole franchise. Like seeing the animatronics' faces rip open when they get you is pretty scary, and seeing in VR would make it a lot worse. Also, with the VR adaptation, we can see the boring stuff in the game where you just hold forward be much more gameplay intensive. Like the part where you're in Bellora's room and you have to crawl through it and stop when you hear the music. It's a really cool idea, but just feels repetitive since you just hold forward the whole time. So imagine if they remake it where you actually have to do a crawling motion, but doing it at a slow pace so you don't disturb Bellora. Just some cool ideas which I hope to see put into this game. I also want to see vent repair, parts and service, and maybe some of the Halloween game modes be expanded upon. So yeah, sure is a cool year to be a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, but not me. I would never indulge myself with cringe. Never.
I thought it was Donkey Kong, I swear.
And hey, if the movie does well and is good, it'll allow us to get more movies and more games for the foreseeable future.
So strap yourself in and get motivated to an appropriate degree.
Is it VR?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Hand? I don't know! Five Nights at Freddy's! Oh. Help 122! Help 122! Help 122!
Shut up.